Hey guys, DJ Ravine here. You might have watched my old headphone review video where I just reviewed a whole bunch of random DJ headphones. Now this one is the 2014 Pro DJ headphone review. Basically, if you go and check out any top DJ out there, they'll be using one of these 6 headphones. I'm gonna review these headphones and give you the best pick of the lot. What I'll be looking for is isolation, build quality, and of course how they sound. All these headphones are reviewed listening to electronic dance music and also in a DJ environment. In terms of how much they cost, they're all around the $200 to $300 mark, maybe give or take a little bit more. These are the 6 headphones that I'll be reviewing. Click on any one of them to go to that part in the review. Or if you just want to go check out the winner, click winner at the bottom. Okay, so now in no particular order, let's get started. The Soul Republics. These are the Trax Ultras. Now, I really like how these look. They're not too flashy, but they have these little white accents over the ear pads, which make it look quite nice. The sound isn't too bad on these either. They're slightly bass inclined, but they're not as bad as its little brothers, the Trax and the Trax HDs. So instead of a muddy bass, it gives you a more punchy bass. The mids are quite nice as well, but the highs are a little bit lacking. Now in terms of build quality, Soul Republic says this headband is practically indestructible. I'll just take their word for it. The ear cups are also replaceable. You can replace these, just go to the shop and buy a new one if it blows. Cables are also replaceable too. Isolation isn't bad, it's kind of average. I've used these in the club before and it's okay, but you still do get a little bit of sound leaking, especially if your seal is not too good. I found that these don't clamp on your head that strongly, so you can't really get that great of a seal. Clarity is okay. I've turned these up a lot and you don't get very much distortion at all. Some things I don't like is that it's a 2-sided cable, makes it a little bit more fragile than a single cable. Also, cables don't lock in place like most headphones. It kind of just goes in and out. Very easy to pull out. Does, however, come with this little iPhone controller thingy. So it's got the mic on it as well, so you can use this for calls as well. Overall, not exactly the best headphone, but it's not bad either. However, I feel like for that kind of money, you can get something a lot better. That's actually the company name. This is the TMA1. Now you'd be forgiven if you thought that these looked like the Sennheiser HD25s, which I'm sure they took a little bit of inspiration from. They are pretty much the most plain headphones I've ever seen in my life. It's solid black all around, rubberized finish. If you saw this in the shop, you would probably think it's some crappy no-name brand headphone. But you'd be wrong. In fact, it's one of the most interesting headphones I've ever come across. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, the first time I heard these in the shop, I hated them. I thought they sucked. But then we have the miracle of something called burn-in. Now, if you don't know what burn-in is, burning in a headphone is when you leave a headphone running some noise or something for 10 to 20 hours. You don't need to be running noise, you can just be listening to them normally. And basically what it does, it kind of changes things inside a headphone, like the driver, makes the cables a little bit more run-in. And it makes it sound a lot more different, more like what it's meant to be sound when it comes out of the factory. Now the reason I hated these was because I thought that they sounded way too strong in the mids. What it did was it drowned out the highs, drowned out the lows. But nowadays, once it's been properly burnt in, sounds amazing. It's actually quite balanced. You do get quite a strong mid-range still, but the bass is now a lot more punchy. The highs are a little bit reserved, but it's not so bad. When you put them on, you know, it's a very warm sound and I really like them. Isolation is pretty damn good. I mean, I'd say these are getting close to HD25 level, probably not as good as they are, but you know, in the club, it's definitely going to help you out a lot. Build quality, well, you know what, these feel pretty solid. I feel like it's quite well built. If there's anything that's going to break, I mean, I don't know what's going to break because there isn't much to break. Overall, pretty damn good headphone. Just make sure you give it a good proper burn in, and yeah, if you don't mind the plain look, or if you like the plain look, headphone for you. Now, these were the king of the last review, and there's good reason why these are the king of the last review. They are absolutely amazing headphones. These are the HD25s and the preferred choice for a lot of DJs around the globe. These are the Adidas editions, of course. That's why you got the little blue accents everywhere, blue cable and all that. Looks pretty cool if you ask me. Very flat headphone. All the frequencies very flat and very even. Doesn't mean that they're boring though. The bass is still very, very punchy in these, and you can definitely have a lot of fun when you're listening to good dance music. Clarity is fantastic as well. I mean, I love listening to Z clarity on these. No, it sounds really, really good when you turn it up. Very little distortion, and the sound is very clear across all volume levels. I found that this will be very good also for music production and all that kind of stuff because it's so very clean. Isolation on these is fantastic. I mean, I'm clicking my fingers, I can barely hear them. It's that good. Everything very well made. All these ear cups, they're actually replaceable. You can buy spare parts from Sennheiser. Also the cable is replaceable. Actually, you know what? Everything. I think everything on this is replaceable. So yeah, if it breaks, just replace it. Only bad thing about this also comes down to the isolation as well. Now the reason why they isolate so well is that they clamp on really strongly onto your ears. It's quite a big pressure. So that means it kind of gets uncomfortable after a long period of time. Overall, one of the best DJ headphones on the market, and there's good reason for that because they just work so well. I mean, these have been around for, wow, over like 20 years or something like that. Absolutely crazy, and they haven't changed a bit. Why change it? Yeah, check that out. Cool, isn't it? These are the Vmoda M100s, quite possibly the most talked about headphone on the market right now. In my last headphone review video, I think about 100 odd people asked me to review one of these, and finally I have them. Now back to that logo, Vmoda will actually do these custom for you if you order off their website. Just send them your logo and they can print that out for you. I really like the look of these headphones. They look like they have like a futuristic medieval look to them. It's kind of like a sword and a shield. I was absolutely blown away when I put these on. Super tight and warm, powerful bass with absolutely amazing highs. Definitely the best highs out of any of these headphones that I've used so far. Super bright, but it doesn't ring in your ears. Honestly, you put these on, listen to any kind of music at all, and you're just gonna have the time of your life. It's so much fun. And also, they're actually really comfortable. I've got these custom extra large ear pads. You can buy them from the Vmoda site, and they just kind of, they're like pillows for your ears. The normal ones are really good too. They use a memory foam. It's really nice. Isolation's pretty good as well. I mean, it's not the best, but it's better than most DJ headphones that I've used. So yeah, very practical in the club. Build quality seems like it's pretty good too. It's pretty hard plastic around here, but that's metal. That's also metal. This is usually the part that breaks on a lot of DJ headphones, so I'm glad that they made that metal. Headband is plastic, but it seems alright. You can't really replace anything on them except the ear pads and the cable though, so that's a little downside. Also, it doesn't come with a coiled cable. You have to buy the coiled cable separately. It does come with a straight cable and a little iPhone talk cable. Overall, amazing headphone. There's a good reason why you see guys like Hardwell and Ravine use these, because they're so good. These are one of my favorites from the last review. These are the Pioneer HDJ25s. Absolutely amazing headphone. Now these are over-ear headphones, so they encapsulate your entire ear instead of sitting right on them. Basically, this makes them very comfortable, and also the sounds a little bit more roomier. Lows are really good on this. There's almost no distortion at all levels of bass, and also it punches through the mix really well. Mids are a little reserved on this, so when you listen to some vocals, it's not that great. But when it comes to instrumental bassy tracks, this is really good. Isolation is above average. It's not the best, but it probably comes down also to the fact that these don't clamp on your head that much and that they're over ear. I find that the on-ear headphones tend to isolate the sound a lot better. In terms of build, magnesium alloy construction, like all this here is all metal. And the headband is plastic, but stretches out quite well, so you can chuck these in your DJ bag and you should be okay with them. Cable is replaceable, and it's also a locking in mini XLR cable, so you pop that in there and it's not going to come out. Another thing I love about these is that they're super versatile. I mean, they'll swivel pretty much in any direction that you want them to swivel. What this means is that if you've got an ear on your normal ear and your other ear happens to be on your nose, no problem. Overall, great headphone. I've used these personally for 2 years and I've never had a problem with them. Not even a single scratch either. Oh boy, here we go. Now, these are the Beats Mixrs. A lot of people wanted me to review these, and a lot of people wanted me to burn these. So let's get the final word on them. Now, if I'm honest, I like how these look. I think these look really cool. I think they're really nice looking, very nice white and combination of the silver and the red. Man, that's just a great color combination and really good branding on Beats' part. Now, if you're DJing with these, it shouldn't really be a problem that they're super bassy. In fact, it's gonna help you when you're beat matching. But then again, this is the quintessential Beats sound that you're getting right now. Also, these crank super loud, so it's amazing for the club when you have all those monitors blaring right at your ears. And also when it comes to monitors, when you put these on, oh my god, the isolation is actually really good. I was so surprised when I put these on. Like, these are actually only second to the HD25s by Sennheiser. I also love the swivel mechanism on this. It's basically the same as the HD25, where you can just swivel left and right like that, but it does that on both ear cups, so whichever way you monitor, you can do it to however way you want. Build quality, however, is kind of hit and miss. So you do get your aluminium here, which holds the, which is the part where it holds the ear cup on. This is all plastic, and this is plastic. And that's a problem, because this uses the same kind of plastic that all the other Beats headphones use, and you'll know that Beats headphones like to crack. These are actually a friend's unit. I don't actually own these ones, and they're actually his second unit because his last ones crack right there where the Beats label is. However, Beats were really nice and they did give him this second pair for absolutely free. Comfort wise, they're not that great. The earpads are actually very hard and they lack a lot of memory foam. Also, the cable is not a locking cable, so it kind of just comes in and out, and it's actually really easy to pull out. Now, one thing I do really love about the Beats is that they come with this hybrid coiled cable. So you get this long straight bit and then this tiny little coiled bit at the end. Now, I'll tell you this experience that I once had with some headphones. Coiled cables are actually really heavy, and when you jump around with a headphone with coiled cable, it flies around everywhere. One time I was jumping around so much on stage with the headphones on that the coiled cable came up and smacked the play button. There was dead silence for about 5 seconds before I realized what happened, and I started music again. You won't have that problem with this. I actually really like this. I wish more headphone companies would do this. Overall, surprisingly good headphone for DJing. They did think this headphone out, and there are a lot of things that they made specifically for DJing. So kudos to Beats for that. But when it comes to sound quality, not the best. And now, time to announce the winner. Now, in the last video, I said my overall favorite headphone was the Pioneer HDJ2000, and my favorite for DJing was the Sennheiser HD25. Now, I'll tell you which is my favorite overall for DJing and for just general listening. It is the Vmoda M100. Now, there is a reason why everyone is talking about this headphone. Since I got these headphones, they've pretty much been surgically attached to me at the ears. The sound quality is fantastic, so they're amazing for everyday use, but they're also rugged enough for you to take on the road when you're DJing. Price-wise, they're a little bit pricier than the other headphones, but I think the money is definitely well justified in these. My advice, however, is that you should definitely look into getting the extra large earpads if you can, because they just feel so amazing on your ears. Alright guys, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed those reviews. I hope I helped you find your perfect headphone. And if you do get one of these headphones, definitely tell me about it in the comments below. Alright guys, take it easy.
In the building, right?